Tayo'y makikikumusta sapagkat ngayon ay unti-unti na ring umiinit ang panahon ng eleksyon dyan sa Estados Unidos. Mula dito sa Pilipinas, dadako tayo dyan sa New York City at makikibalita tayo. Kapiling natin sa ating linya ng komunikasyon ang ating Bombo International News Correspondent, Inong Ludovico Baqueriza III, ang ating Bombo International Correspondent. Welcome sa Bombo Radio Philippines or nationwide and worldwide. Si Bombo Dennis Amito po ito. Together with me, si Bombo Victor Liantino. Unang-una, anong pinagkaiba ba ng labanan ni dating US President Donald Trump at itong si Vice President Kamala Harris kumpara doon sa mga nakalipas na eleksyon at hindi tinugay-gayan sa mga nakaraang panahon?
I think sa ngayon mas ano siya mas very close yung fight nila, especially the fact na the Democrat decided to nag-resign nag-concede si Biden and then Kamala Harris took over. So at the same time it's very intense at kasi Trump is now we all know that he's going for re-election after his defeat. So there's a lot of mga theories or mga mga haka-haka nila. Sometimes he would say that what happened to assassination attempt to Trump is just a show, just to win the hearts of the masses. Ang iba naman is actually an actual attempt. So we actually don't know, although you're investigating about it. So that's how intense yung ang election ngayon dito sa Amerika. At the same time, based on the surveys right now, very close fight yung result ng survey, which actually speaks a lot of what the outcome of the upcoming election in a week.
Okay, may bigat ba yung mga ginagawang surveys at yung mga sinasabi, tawag nga ng iba trend setting doon sa mapapalapit na eleksyon. At pati na syempre yung debate, knowing na may mga baluarte na diyan pagka sinabing itong estado na ito identified na yan bilang Democrats, yung kabilang estado naman ito ay identified na Republican. So may epekto pa ba yung mga ganyang activities, yung mga survey dyan sa mga botante sa Estados Unidos, Ginoong Baqueriza?
Yes, oo, may bigat talaga. Especially those who are identified na recently na as mga swing state wherein they're not identifying themselves kung ano sila, Democrat or Republican. It affects a lot, and also it changes somehow some of the states. Like for example, Arizona was totally Republican, but right now they're swinging towards Democrat. But it's very critical, especially sa mga 7 states na tinitingnan nila ngayon na which actually identify the swing states. So the debate, their campaigns also, and the polls speaks a lot. It can help the people decide dito sa mga, especially sa identified na swing states na ito.
Okay, si Bombo Victor may tanong din. Bombo Vic, with your question to Mr. Baqueriza.
Ginoong Baqueriza, good morning po. Matanong ko lamang, paano po ninyo ikukumpara itong eleksyon sa Pilipinas diyan sa eleksyon sa Estados Unidos? Meron bang election fever diyan na kagaya rin dito sa Pilipinas?
Actually, hindi ko comparing it. I've lived in Philippines for a long time before migrating here dito sa US. Iba yung atmosphere sa Pilipinas, masyadong siya. You can actually feel the election fever, na parang you can hear the campaigns left and right. It's noisy. Dito kasi hindi masyado you can only hear it sa media, sa TV media, and you can see some what you call this one, not even tarpaulin, like some signage outside the house if they identify themselves as Democrat or Republican, but not as crazy compared sa Pilipinas. And mostly, you can, ang tinututukan mo lang dito, it's TV, social media regarding the election. They don't even have like mostly they pay more on ads at television. That's usually you can see sa with the election here sa US. Like walking around, hindi mo makita yung mga big billboards like campaigning for there were there will be, I mean there were some billboards but hindi ganun ka-loud compared to Philippines. And usually after the election, I mean nakikita ko dito except for what happened last election ng 2000, mostly they would accept their defeat. Nagko-concede sila, acceptance, except for the last one, which would happen with the defeat of Donald Trump, na naging magulo siya at some point. And then, what's interesting dito ngayon is that the election is just a week away. Hindi mo actually, I was in the city kanina, parang hindi mo actually mapifeel masyado yung tension with the election. With the forthcoming election, not unless you open your TV, you check the social media. But the environment, hindi mo talaga mararamdaman. That's how I see it.
Ano naman po ang impact ng mga Pilipino at mga Asian voters sa darating na US election?
Yeah, actually, if we look at the population, the Asian population, there's right now this almost 161 voters dito sa US were identified as Asian American, and then 3 million of that voters are actually Filipinos. And I mean 2 million Filipino voters. So malaki talaga ang impact, and especially on the parts Democratic sa Democratic Party. And sa recent survey na nilabas nila actually regarding Filipinos, like 68% of Filipino are identifying themselves as Democrat and the rest are Republican. So actually a greater percentage than sa Asian American voters are actually Filipinos. So malaki ang impact na mabibigay ng Filipino community with regards to the US election, considering they're one of the, I think they're the third highest population voters dito sa US among Asians.
Ay, batay naman po sa inyong monitoring, mayroon din bang mga pagtaas ng krimen dyan kapag panahon ng eleksyon?
Sa aking experience, sa aking narinig, so far, I haven't actually heard like any destabilization, not really destabilization, but violence regarding that election. Mostly, I would hear a lot of arguments among people, very intense arguments, especially regarding fighting for what they believe in. If they're Republican, identify as a Republican or Democrat. So far, regards to violence or any crime, I haven't heard anything that claim na election-related siya dito sa New York City. I mean, there are crimes that happening, but I don't think it is election-related na mga
Ayan. Okay, balik naman po dito sa akin. May mga Pinoy din ba dyan na mga agresibo pagdating sa pagtulak doon sa kanilang sinusuportahan para ikampanya, lalo na sa Filipino community, Ginoong Third?
I see. Okay. How about naman po, finally siguro, doon sa Filipino community, meron din bang, kumbaga, parang
Democrats and solid Republicans who are actually I don't know if fanatic is the right word, but they're very diehard fans ng party that they're trying to influence your vote, try to convince you to switch party. So meron talaga. I encountered those people dito sa New York and at the same time in other states, friends who are actually who are leaning towards Democrat and who are leaning towards Republican. So actually, the way I'm na-notice ko dito, the Filipino na on the Republican side, they're more quiet, but those who are they're extreme, I would say, extreme because they're extreme because when they're trying to convince you, medyo sila, very persuasive sila. to convince you to go on their side. That's how I see it. I'm just basing it on my experience. But at the same time, the extreme on the other side, na minsan ang mga Filipino Republic who identify themselves as Republicans are also very quiet that they're actually voting as they're favoring Republican. So, but on the other hand, yung mga Democrat na Filipino are very open, are open about.
I see. Ganun pala, no? Okay, with that, maraming salamat, Ginoong Ludovico Baqueriza III, dyan sa Estados Unidos. Maraming salamat sa mga impormasyon. Mga kabombo, mga ka-Star Nation, nakausap natin si Ginoong Ludovico Baqueriza III, ang ating Bombo International News Correspondent mula sa New York City, dyan sa Estados Unidos. Marami pa tayong mga balita, susunod na.